Hey everybody, it's Dave Mattis with Remax of Reading and the Dave Mattis Group, and I am here today with a sort of a how-to video. The one thing that I've been kind of wanting to talk about is a VA loan, okay? And that is a loan that is guaranteed by the Veterans Administration. And it's a pretty cool product if you are a veteran and can take advantage of it. So I kind of want to let you know a little bit about that, and then you could forward this video on to, maybe a veteran or maybe you're a veteran yourself and you've never even, thought about using the entitlement, but it is a really good program. So first thing you want to figure out is, are you eligible? A typical thing that you need for most branches of service is 2 years of active duty. You need to have 2 years of active duty. I think it's 90 days of combat duty. And then there are some other branches of service like Coast Guard, National Guard, and Reserve, where if you have 6 years in, you can also use the VA entitlement. So let me just tell you how it starts. We verify eligibility, and again, you have to have an honorable discharge. And if you're a veteran, you know what I'm talking about with this form called the DD-214. However, what I learned from one of my lenders is these days everything is almost all automated. So you don't even need your DD-214 for them to go in and get a certificate of eligibility for you. Now, that very same lender mentioned something to me about an older veteran, someone that had served, I think, in the 50s and came to him just recently to use his VA loan, and he did need to indeed go through the Veterans Administration and get the certificate of eligibility with his DD-214. So, that's probably the rarity at this point. So, very, very cool program. I wanted to cover some of the highlights on the program and why it is such a great program. So what does it mean, first of all, to be guaranteed? So the bank loans the money, but the Veterans Administration guarantees the money. So if there is a default by the veteran, the bank will still remain reasonably whole. So that's the whole purpose of guaranteeing a loan. One of the benefits, though, is zero down payment for a VA loan. So you can pretty much get in with almost no money. It's pretty incredible. Seller can pay all the closing costs as well. So it's one very unique program in that sense. There is also no PMI on a monthly basis, so no private mortgage insurance through the VA. But what you do pay as a veteran getting a VA loan is what's called a VA funding fee. And the other cool part about that is it gets rolled into the loan. So yes, indeed, you could pay it, but I would say 99% of the people that take VA loans end up rolling that VA funding fee into the loan. So for the first time you use it, it's 2.15%, and that does vary from branch to branch. So you'd have to check with your lender, but 2.15% funding fee. And here's the other thing: if you actually make a down payment of 5% or more, that funding fee goes down. And one more thing: if you're considered 10% or more disabled by the Veterans Administration, you actually may have a waiver for that funding fee. So it's really a pretty amazing program. So a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Well, each time you use it, the funding fee does go up, and I think you can use it 4 times in your lifetime. And you can actually get pretty high loan amount too. I believe it's up to $417,000. So pretty cool. The other thing that's really important with a VA loan, like an FHA loan, the property is very important. If it has a well, we typically need a water test. We always need a termite inspection, which actually in the end gets paid for by the seller of the property. So pretty cool stuff. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to cover, but I think I pretty much covered all the details. Please call us if you need to reach out to a lender that does a great job with VA loans. We have a couple local folks that do a really wonderful job. And again, as a veteran, we respect you and appreciate your service and feel like it's such a great program. We want to make sure that every veteran knows about it. So again, it's Dave Mattis from the Dave Mattis Group at Remax of Reading. Thanks very much.